going on, everybody? Good Friday, happy Friday. We have a DD15 with a doser fault code. I'll show you that code in a second. The truck says it has 429,000 miles. It's a 2017 or so, something like that. Anyway, so we are going to go ahead and turn the key. We're going to show you what the codes are in a second. It's going to go ahead and launch everything. It's going to connect to the MCM, CPC, ACM, blah, blah, blah. All the good stuff that we need so that we can see what the hell's going on. We have some codes that are going to be active. I'll show you the codes in a second. It's not fully connected yet. If you can see that down here in the bottom left. Motor control, it's still yellow. Once it turns to green, I'll be able to see a lot more and show you guys a lot more. So if we go to our fault codes, we are going to have a few that are active any day. There we go. So we have our turbocharger compressor inlet temp sensor. That shows failed because it's disconnected. If you can see, I took off the air filter and there's a sensor on the air filter housing on the elbow, and that's why that is going to be active. We should still be able to do a regen, not a problem. I do have DPF HC Absorption High, which is fault code 5443 FMI16. I have Soot Level Very High, 3719 FMI 0. Instrumentation, I want to show you something really quick. EGR, we are at level 5, zone 5, okay? If you get to that point, you are going to be at a D rate. You can try using your shutdown override. Sorry, 1 second there, guys. So that way you can at least kind of get over to the road, or maybe try to get somewhere down the road. Obviously we're at a 25% D rate, but we're going to be much more than that because it will shut down because, again, you are at level 5. It's requesting a regen, check engine light, stop engine light, but no mill light or malfunction indicating light. Okay, truck is barely at 100 degrees temp. I like to get it to about 125, 150, but it's going to keep shutting down even if I push this button down or hold it down. But I'm going to do my best to get it up to a reasonable temperature. Let's go back over here. And I did do the troubleshooting steps. Okay, this was yesterday. Nice thing about some of the Detroit fault codes, it does let you actually go through the troubleshooting steps. So right now what it's going to ask me for, verification will run a routine regen. Okay, so right now before I do that, what I want to do is start the engine, and I want to make sure that it's warm. So let me do that first. I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but really quick, let me go over here. Earlier it was giving me a fault code for the doser, okay, which is going to be your doser block over here on the driver's side, right by the fuel pump. Now I did take this out of the way because I want to make sure we can actually get in there and take a look. Let me see here, guys. I'm going to zoom in. Right back there, that is your doser block. Okay, that's your diesel doser block. That's what's going to actually do the dosing from the fuel over from this side over towards your 7th injector. Let me show you that the doser block right now, so you have a pretty good idea what it looks like, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, this is our diesel doser block. This is the one we removed. This is your fuel inlet. This comes from your fuel pump, your high pressure pump. This is your outlet, and that goes towards your 7th injector, or your doser valve injector, or your diesel doser valve injector. It's got a few different names. I think it's just got one too many names, but anyway, that's the block we removed. We're going to try to do a regen, and hopefully we will be successful and go from there. So the truck is started. It's probably going to shut down. I want to get it warmer, okay, at least 125, 150. So if it shuts down, you're going to have to keep warming up the truck, or at least holding down the override button so that it does not shut down. So I'm going to do that. Again, temperature will rise to about 125. I'm going to do the procedure using the software, the DDDL software, and I'll keep you guys posted. Let's see what it says. All right, guys, so I am at 118 degrees. It's still trying to shut down on me, and again, that's because we are at level 5. So I mentioned that already. I'm going to get to about 125, and I'm going to go ahead and let the computer do the regen, just because it's going to take a little too long to let it get to 150 without it turning off and on, and doing that whole song and dance. So again, I'm going to let it warm up to about 125. Oh, we're almost there. I'm going to go through the troubleshooting steps, click on where it says next, let the computer do the work, and hopefully we'll find out what is going on or what is wrong with what truck itself. And again, typically when you see something like this particular code, okay, sorry, diesel fuel line, pressure low, I'm sorry, doser fuel line, that more than likely will be your doser block. Okay, again, doesn't mean other things aren't a factor, but that's typically what that means. So keep that in mind. 124. All right, we're almost there. 126. Guys, being that it's a warm Southern California day, we're about 95 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and go through the troubleshooting steps. I'm going to let the regen. What the fuck is this? Cannot start. Neutral switch not valid. What the hell does that mean? Let me see. Instrumentation switches. What do you mean neutral switch? It's a fucking standard, man. It should be a pretty simple thing. Let's see here. Clutch, brake, release the brake. Sometimes you got to go through the cycle. Okay, always keep your foot on the brake when the brake is released. A primary parking brake. Let's see here. After that, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to pull the yellow brake. Click on next. There we go. Oh, please stop the engine. Now what? Let's see what it says here. Turn on the ignition. Do not start the engine. Click on next. Repair is complete. I don't think it's complete. Fuck. Same thing. Instrumentation, I'm going to go back. I know for a fact our filters are still dirty because I have not done a regen. Well, guess what, guys? We are going to go and do a park regen using our software. So click on where it says DPF system, that tab. You're going to go down here to your start regen. Okay, but give me a second. Let me start the... That's weird. Can I be... No shit. Start the truck. This guy has very weak batteries. Okay, so I'm going to start the regen procedure. Let's see what it says now. Start. It's going to give you a bunch of questions. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Again, engine temperature now is 129, so it's going to start doing a regen. Jake brakes are turning on. That's to produce the heat, which is good. I like that. And I'll keep you guys posted. Let's see what happens. Always a good idea, guys, especially if you're messing with the doser block or the fuel. Get out of the truck and go look. Make sure there aren't any leaks. Okay, every now and then, somebody leaves something a little loose, diesel leaking. You're going to sit up here. You're going to have no clue what's going on down there. So definitely get out of the truck, take a look, and make sure everything is safe. So I'll keep you guys posted. All right, so we are back. We are starting to do our regen. One code that did pop up was our SCR knock sensor, circuit failed high, which means more than likely we have a bad knock sensor, okay? You may still have an issue with the harness, but more than likely the sensor itself is going to be your culprit. The other code, the DPF HC Absorption High, that will clear once the regen is successful. Soot Level High, same thing, that'll clear once it's successful. Once I connect the sensor to the turbocharger compressor inlet temp, again, on the elbow, once it's connected, that code will automatically go inactive. So, really quick instrumentation. Okay, level 5, of course. It won't show you 0 until it successfully completes the regen. Temperature right now is 160 on the oil. We are actually starting to dose, which is nice. Look at that. You can take a look at the temperatures. Look at top where it says DOC inlet, DOC outlet, and DPF outlet. So 678, 936, and 831. DOC outlet will always be the hotter of the three, and then the DPF will be right after, and of course DOC inlet. DOC inlet should never get that high because that means it's literally going to start to melt. It'll turn off for protection. DOC inlet pressure, look at that, 0.7. That's a really good number right now. Let's see what the other numbers are really quick. Fuel, doser injection status, percentage, 10, which is good. The PSI, doser fuel line, that's good. So everything right now looks really good. Again, we're only a few minutes into this. You know, I'm not gonna say that it's a success and we're done. By no means, okay? Not until it's a successful regen do I believe that we're actually in the clear. For now, I'm not gonna worry about it. Again, this is gonna be another concern. SCR outlet knock sensor circuit failed. More than likely that sensor sucks and it's gotta get replaced. I would recommend replacing both, but again, depends on what your budget is or what your situation is. So for now, I'm gonna turn the video off for a sec, let everything do what it's gonna do, and I will keep you guys posted again. Get outside, Make sure there's no leaks. I already did that. There's no diesel leaks, which is really good. I'm happy with that. And we'll be back. If we are back, we are about 10 to 15 minutes into a parked regen. Temperatures look good. Your doser pressure and your doser status look good. Okay, your inlet pressure, look at that. That looks really good. Your outlet pressure and your DPF also look really good. I'm happy with that. Instrumentation, oil pressure is good. Always keep an eye on it, man. You know, with these DD15s, this particular truck, when I first connected to it a couple of days ago, it did have an old code, about a month old, for oil pressure. Now, it could have been just maybe the oil itself was old, or there's a sign of something else happening with the truck. So keep an eye on it. Always let your customer know, hey, these codes are here. What he or she wants to do with it, that's up to them, but always CYA, man. Cover your assets. Last thing you want to do is have an issue with somebody. Oh, they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me. Yeah, right, dude. Come on. Anyway, been doing this a long time. I'm sure some of you guys have been too, or are just getting into it. So again, always let your customer know what they're up against, what you see, and again, what they decide to do is really up to them. So, enough talking. I'm gonna stop the video. I'll be back. So we are at about 25 minutes into the regen, 25 minutes ballpark. The lights will stay on. The temperature one, of course, will stay on. That little flashing one, it's gonna pop up right around here. Okay, so that's a good thing. These are still gonna stay there. Again, that's because we are at zone 5. I have to repeat that over and over again because some people ask, hey, why didn't the code go away? It should once the regen is complete. We still have, let's see what we have here. The first code went away, DPF HC Absorption High. That is now inactive. The NOx sensor, that will stay there. Soot Level High, that will stay there until we complete the regen successfully. I've said that before 100 times. Temperatures are good, look at that. 745, 993, and 973. They should go up higher, maybe about 1,050, almost 1,100 degrees. Again, this one should always stay lower, period. Okay, let's take a look at the SCR side. It's not really measuring anything on the NOx side. See, if you take a look at that, that's kind of bad. Actually, that is bad because it may trigger an efficiency code. Again, because the sensor, if it's not reading right, or the sensor's bad, or something's wrong in the system like the harness, that will trigger that, but I will worry about that later when I get to it. So for now, let's do the regen. Let's let it, let's see what happens, and I'll keep you guys posted. So again, I'll be back. Okay guys, we are back. Still 30 minutes into the regen. Probably about another 10 to 15 minutes before it successfully completes the regen. Temperatures are good. Pressures are good. Everything looks pretty good. I'm happy with the way this is turning out. Again, still not there yet. I still don't have a NOx reading, which is really strange. I know I have DEF, but I don't have a NOx reading. So again, something we're gonna have to look at once we complete this process. Soot Level High, naturally. Level 5 should still be there because again, it's not gonna go away until we're done with the regen successfully. So just showing you guys what's going on. Keep you guys posted. I'll be back. Guys, we are almost done. We're just under 40 minutes for the regen. Temperatures are good. They are solid. The DLC inlet pressure is good at 0.85, almost 0.86. Okay, not bad. DPF outlet pressure. Some of you guys have asked, what is a normal pressure? This is probably what you're looking at. DPF outlet pressure is at 0.17. So you do that into percentage, about 20%, I'm guessing. A little under 20%. Again, temperatures are good. The diesel fuel, the doser fuel line pressure is good. The PSI is good. And I'm happy with the way this is turning out. I'll keep you guys posted. Codes are still there. They're not going to go away again until regen is complete. So I'll keep you guys posted. Again, we're just under 40 minutes. Probably about another 5 to 10, less than 10 minutes left, I should say. So okay guys, and just like that, the regen is done. I'm still going to have some lights here. Of course, I'm going to have the SCR temperature, which is going to give you the mill light, okay, your malfunction light. Not until you replace that sensor will this actually go away. You may have to do a regen also again. The check engine light is still going to be there again because of the turbo sensor, okay? However, Soot Level High, that's gone. the absorption rate. So we're pretty much done. I'm going to go over here to this screen really quick just to show you guys, just to confirm. Sorry, instrumentation. I'm going to go to where it says EGR and look at that. We are at level 0. So that is a successful regen. We are all done. I'm going to let this cool off. I'm not just going to shut it down right away. The idle will go down from 1,000 to about 600. I recommend just let the engine by itself start to cool off, okay? Again, this is telling you that your system is hot, obviously. So what I'm going to do right now is just going to use the RPMs to bump up a little bit and just let the engine itself naturally start cooling off until that light goes off. I'd say about a good 10 minutes. After that, turn the truck off, put everything back together, and you are all done. So for now, I'm not going to clear the codes yet because they're going to pop up anyway. Once I put everything back together, I'll clear the codes. The SCR, that will stay there until, again, the sensor is replaced. Other than that, we are all done. Guys, I hope this video helped some of you guys out. I hope I explained it without boring you guys to death. So if you like the video, if it's informative, if it works for you, please, 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 thumbs up. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you all later.